And how different teams can also participate in those events, international events?
I would say so. First, basic thing is like we can go the first same starting initial processes. Find a good competition, look at what and look at how feasible is the problem statement and where is it. Second, I would say if you are new to robotics, like you are there two people who are new and they want to participate in something, so they can start within India as participating in hackathons. Then fest. A lot of colleges have technical fests in which they have competitions which are relatively at a beginner's level or intermediate for most people in India. So they can start over there. Then you can in India, if you want, I can even say you can participate in the ASME competitions. I guess there are three every year. Student design challenge and two more. You can even participate in those. Then you have a RoboCon. Matlab, there are few fests in India that you can start participating with for the beginners. For more, if you want to ask for international, find good competitions again. That will take more efforts, like because a lot of countries and where competitions are held. Second would be try and find this sponsors for it because it won't be easier for traveling and it's a bit expensive. The best way to approach a sponsor for these are generally you can ask them that you will be having international publicity. We would advertise you and you could even say that you have a presence in that country because of us. Secondly, the easiest way to get a sponsor to agree from my point of view is to ask them for products. Like if you have Sika, you can ask for an aluminum T profile rather than money. Or if you have some company in mind, or you can approach Arduino for giving some free Arduinos for a project. Because companies in that way are way more helpful because since they're giving their own products, it's sort of ensuring ki you are going to be using them and they're anyways getting publicity for using them and they're building more. So the best way is to approach for the products like we do whenever we ask for donations or sponsorships. We generally do with that. We currently have a lot of sponsors and everybody of them, as far as I know, have given us products, not hard cash money. So that's one of the ways you can have sponsors for these competitions. And the biggest expense is going to be traveling, but you need to mostly bear that. Or sometimes the competitions do pay for it.
And what type of other difficulties do you face in those events, in international events?
Other than carrying, I guess the first would be while building it, we have a college going on, so we have academics, the work to work for the project, and to maintain sleep. These three need to be balanced, and generally the sleep mostly gets compromised. So, sort of, there have been days where I haven't slept for the next morning lectures while working the whole night. So, mostly the preparation phase is the most toughest while managing academics and this sort of one or the other does get compromised at times, and this is one of the things you need to sort of learn how to manage. After that, during the competition, international competitions, sort of there when we went for ASME 2017, I know the personal stories because I talked to them. They were in the batch which before I came they went, so I had to ask them. They told us ki whenever we were traveling they had to buy something for something like 80 kgs. There was a lifting competition in that for the board. So they rather than take it from India, which would have cost hefty for traveling in the plane, they had to procure it from the country itself in US and then sell it over there itself. They could not bring it back or travel with it. They had to do that. Then second most is that while traveling you need to disassemble the whole bot because it might break. For us it's generally that way. So then we have to sit and assemble it again over there wherever we are traveling to mostly. Then third difficulty is sometimes the language barriers. Like when we went to China, there's generally a China this for IRC. There is a language barriers in traveling locally. So these are the basic difficulties faced. Sort of when you're going for a specific competition, the people organizing committee sort of helps you out in these cases. Like, so that's a bit helpful. But if it's a US or Europe, is generally people are comfortable with English. So the language barrier is not faced a lot.
And what is the next challenge you are preparing for?
Currently, the next challenge we are preparing is Cedrica for the self-driving car. This one is IRC Mission 9, if I'm not wrong, and be a Barcelona Smart Drone Challenge. And currently, we are trying to complete the Flipkart Grid competition, which is a robotics challenge. There are two aspects in that. We are working on two problem statements simultaneously with two teams. One is working on the intelligent picking one, and another is working on autonomous indoor drone.
One more last question, that some positive message for our audience.
India is growing rapidly in innovation currently, as far as I'm seeing. The new education policy is also sort of promoting the growth of the youth. So I believe that there are a lot of hackathons being organized by government, fully funded projects, more involvement of children, students, college students in some projects, releasing of, like, the government is doing a lot for improving the this conditions of students. Like, they generally say India has a brain drain, and a lot of good people are going to abroad for work. Like, sort of many people leave India to work on other things abroad. So India is trying to minimize that, improving Make in India and this. So I believe, and sort of because of this, I guess, since they are trying to promote, they are also having a lot of startup opportunities in India. So a lot of companies can be built. You have a lot more infrastructure and funding. From the government side, they're putting in a lot. And I guess we are almost at the right age. The people, students at this age, around my age, are actually have can make the most out of this. Like, the government is backing, and colleges are also developing a lot. So we are at the right time for building and getting into this field. You can start on working on a project and solving some problems, world problems. And we have heard of a lot of technopreneurs nowadays. So I guess best positive message would be that this is the best time to get into innovation and robotics, since there's a lot of this field is completely unexplored not completely, it's just starting to be scratched. The ground is just breaking right now, and we have a lot more to explore. And to keep innovating, that would be my positive message. Okay, thank you, Shreyash.
Thank you, Kirtan, for joining us today. It was a good discussion with you. You spent a valuable time with us. Thanks to our sponsors, and we will be back soon with our another video. Stay tuned.